Steve, a game at that high level that comes down to the very end against obviously huge plays made by them, huge plays made by you guys. Do you come out of it okay, our guys played well, we got another game, or do you come out of it mad? How do you?
It's a big time basketball game. I mean, that's one of the best teams in the NBA, and so are we. That's how I look at it. Great game, high level stuff. Stars being stars. We came up short, but not for a lack of effort. A lot of great execution. A lot of stuff that was very impressive, but we couldn't quite pull it out.
Is there any kind of late game choices or mistakes you'd like back? I mean, I know there was you guys fouled pretty late in overtime, and I know at end of regulation you took the foul to give, but that took the shot clock off. Is any of that you feel like was a mistake?
Not really. Where you go for a steal first, and then you try to get the foul next, and we got what we wanted. We got the ball back down 3 and had a decent look. So. It's like I said, high level basketball game, and both teams played really hard and really well, and we just came up a little short.
Jimmy was definitely limping there towards the end of overtime. Did you get any update? Is that at all?
It was his quad. I think he got a knee in the quad, but he said he's okay.
And did you go in this knowing that he was going to play 45, 46 minutes? Did you know that, or it just became clear that he wasn't going to come out?
It's a playoff game. I mean, Harden played 48, Kawhi played 47, Zubac 42, Powell 44, Brandin 43. So when you get to these type games, you tighten up the rotation and you play your guys and you go for it.
And was that a direct result that Jonathan's not going to play if the guy he usually subs in for isn't going to come out of the game very much, or was there other reasons why Kuminga did not play tonight?
We've just found a group, with since Jimmy got here, that we're pretty comfortable with. Guy didn't play either. Guy's been our highest plus-minus guy over the last 2 months. Both he and J.K. have been really impactful players for us, and doesn't mean they're out of the loop, going forward. It's just this is how this game played out.
Steve, how hard is it to offset a minus 17 rebounding deficit there, and what are the ways you can do it if it's possible even?
I thought that was the part of the game that the only part of the game really that bothered me a little bit. I thought there were 5 or 6 loose balls that we were very careless going after. One hand, I think Moses had one where he just was loose ball and he tried to retrieve with one hand. A couple times ball was on the floor. We tried to bounce it instead of going in, and it's a great lesson. We'll show those those clips and remind the guys that the ball is gold. The ball is everything, and so we've got to do everything possible to secure the loose balls and the rebounds.
How much of that is Zubac's size? Because, I think in the 4 games you guys played him, he averaged like 16 rebounds a game.
Zubac is a load. He's a great player, and they have a really good formula, with the pressure that James puts on you in pick and roll. You're constantly having to play cat and mouse with Zubac. Do you come over and help? Do you stay back? And when you do come over to help, then he's right underneath the basket for the rebound. So they've got a great team. Like I said, I think they're one of the best teams in the whole league. I hope we get another crack at them.
You have to very quickly kind of shift your mind. I think you play 2 days from now against Memphis. Early thoughts on that? And, Memphis, a different team, but came in here and beat you in the play-in game a few years ago. I guess how urgent do you feel, getting that 7 seed?
Well, we got to turn the page quickly and move on to that game, and so the guys will have tomorrow off. We'll come in and have a walkthrough on Tuesday and ready to roll. And great opportunity to win a game and get into the playoffs, which has been our goal this whole time.
You had Jimmy on Kawhi for much of the game. I know Draymond was on him at the end. It was just like seeing those two guys look like they were both at a really, really high motivation, high level, just to see those two particular guys going at it.
Pretty impressive, Kawhi, Jimmy, 2 of the biggest, strongest wings in the league, both superstar players. James obviously had a monster game. Steph had a monster game. It's just incredible basketball. Really amazing to watch both teams play.
I mean, talking about Steph and James, like, does that kind of give you kind of flashbacks from your playoff battles, you know, in the 2010s and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, I until you asked it, I wasn't thinking about any of that. But, yeah, James has been in the league forever. He's a great player and always an amazing challenge to try to slow him down.
Steph got through today. It looked like healthy, but how concerned are you about his thumb and also that he now will not have those days to rest and you have to turn around really quick?
Well, that's what makes Tuesday's game really important, is if we can take care of business, then we will have 4 or 5 days before the first playoff game. So, yeah, I'm not worried about Steph. I mean, sore thumb, and he goes 7 for 12 from 3 and 36 points. So Steph is Steph.
You guys talked a little bit about getting back into an offensive rhythm after the last game in order to win today and also just make a deep playoff run. Did you like what you saw tonight? Was
Loved
it a little bit better direction?
119 points, against one of the best defenses in the league. We turned it over a little bit too much, but, they have a lot of long, athletic guys and Zubac in the paint. But I thought the rhythm was really good, 31 assists. The game flowed. A lot of guys played well.
Steve, before his injury, it seemed like a lot of things were running through Jimmy, as they often do. But how do you view the way he played? And it seemed like this was a sort of snapshot of playoff Jimmy, as they say.
I liked how Jimmy played. Did you? Did you like the way he played?
One in particular, though.
I mean, he's an alpha. He's out there and he wants the ball and he wants to get to the foul line and you can just throw him the ball. You don't even have to run any offense. You just have to get spaced, and what a luxury that is. So 30 points, 9 assists, 1 turnover. I mean, this guy, total stud.
Coach, given the history of your team in the play-in and then understanding how hard they had to play tonight, still came up short, how do you feel going into Tuesday with just one day in between today and then to get prepared? Good, bad, indifferent, from your perspective as a coach?
The play-in games actually don't exist. There's no record of any play-in games. The stats don't count. I don't remember anything about being in the play-in game in the past. It vanished from thin air after they happened. It is what it is. It's been great for the NBA, and it's exciting. It creates a race within the race, and so this is what it is, and we got to go take care of it.
As the regular season concludes, what do you think about Draymond's body of work for potentially Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh, I think Draymond is the Defensive Player of the Year. I can't imagine him not winning at this point. Just what I witness every single night, the incredible versatility of his defensive game and how powerful his brain is. He's an amazing player, and he's had a great, great year. I think he should win it. I am a little biased, though. Thank you.
Sorry. What was the conversation with Kuminga like when you told him he wasn't part of the rotation tonight?
I just told him in the walkthrough that we were going to change I didn't tell him he wasn't going to play because I wasn't sure if he was going to play or not, but I told him that we were going to, not go to the usual rotation in the first quarter and then, go from there. Thank you.